I hear the voices of the grandmothers calling me. I hear the voices of the grandmothers calling me. Wake up, they say, wake up, wake up. Listen, 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 listen. May the rivers all run clear. May the mountains be unspoiled. May the trees grow tall. May the air be pure. May the earth be shared by all. Hello, 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 hello. Let me see who's here. I don't see anybody here. Well, hello, and welcome. This is Dean Tarot, and I'm your tarot witch, Valerie Friend. You can find me at valeriefriend.com and on Facebook. We have a couple of cool groups, Tarot for Real Life, and my $16 a month Patreon level is my Moon Meditation Sacred Circle. Hi, honey.
Hey, honey.
Hey, Julie Curcio. Hello, Morgan Jones. Hello, hello, hello. We're just waiting for people to show up. I have my dragon candle holder out this morning because we're gonna light some fire. And this beautiful orangish gold candle that Ricky Jean sent to me. And so I feel like I'm blessed already with friends and loved ones. Hey, Mary Jane Benoit and Jessica Bowers here. I hope you're both great. Hi, Amy, says Julie. We love you, Julie. Dee Dee, my sister, hello. It's been a while since you've been on live, my little tiny baby sister. And you haven't called me in a while either. I always guilt you when you come on Tea and Tarot. Don't you love it? Oh, isn't it gorgeous, Julie? I love this candle holder. And I love the color of this candle. And this is a big week, my loves. Hey, Dora. Well, Jessica Bauer is here. Oh, Dee Dee says I haven't called her either. You're right. You're always right, baby. Oh, Dora says I'm looking good. I hope so. My hair is doing a funky thing over here. I don't know what it is. Hey, Debbie Stauber Gross. Hi, Erica. Hi, Chloe. Hello, Facebook user who says, hi, pretty lady. Thank you. I feel pretty. I feel pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay. Oh, so gay. So let me tell you, it is a big week. We have a new moon in Aquarius and Imbolc on February 1st to 2nd, sort of sundown on the 1st to sunrise on the 2nd is our magical window of Imbolc. And even though many of us have been through a blizzard this week, agriculturally, we are headed into the growing season. You know, many people around my part of the world start their seedlings inside in February, the little plants that will go outside into their gardens and be part of the next generation of growing things. The crone is imparting her wisdom to the maiden at this time. We're not quite out of hermiting season, but we're not quite in it either. So the crone is giving those last little morsels of her wise mind to the maiden. And most importantly, the maiden is listening to the instructions. Imbolc is when I make my New Year's resolutions. Oh, how can I get that done. Okay, there we go. This year, my magical resolution is more meaningful magical connections with other humans, no matter what. Now, let me tell you, that doesn't mean I'm going to be stupid. That no matter what doesn't mean I'm going to be risky, playing some risky business. And we'll see some of that in the reading today. But 2 years ago on Imbolc was my last in-person ritual. And then we went into lockdown, and I keep waiting. My thing is doing weird stuff. Sorry, technical glitch. Hold. Please to hold. So I keep waiting for Imbolc to look like it looked 2 years ago, for circling with my people to look like what it used to look like. And the waiting's over. I can't do this anymore. I'm going to circle in new ways. I will be in person with some witches that I have a comfort level with. I will do joint spell work. And just to prove that I'm putting my money where my mouth is, next Sunday, Tea and Tarot will be at 11 a.m. Eastern, and I will be joined by my sweet friend and partner on Etsy, Liza Davis. Woo, 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 Liza Davis. So I don't know what it's going to look like yet. We have a time to meet on Tuesday. All will be worked out then.
Wait, is she coming here?
No, we're going to do it online.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'll see 2 of us next week. But we're going to be joining our energies together in service to the collective. So mark your calendars now. Next Sunday at 11 a.m. because Liza has to work on Sundays. So as we go into prayer this morning, let's reach out our physical and energetic hands in sweet connection. Let's send and receive energy for the highest good. And let's commit to deep listening. As we open the channel of divine love and light to bring forth this message for Tea and Tarot, I ask our guides, our angels, our light beings, and our ancestors to show up, surround us with love and protection, and bring forth messages that are clear, concise, and actionable, delivered for the highest good of all. And we ask this in perfect love and perfect trust. And so it is, and so it is. And so it's been through this whole goddamn pandemic. And so it is. Who jumped on in prayer? Dr. Jody Verma. Hello, welcome. Emmy Quails is here. Good. Hello. Lori Reeves, I found the right place. Yay, it was you on Facebook. Lori, hello. Another Facebook afternoon or user is saying, hi, babe. I don't know who that is. And good afternoons. Yeah, I keep forgetting that I'm doing afternoon tea and tarot sometimes, and it kind of fucks with my shtick,
It's morning someplace.
It's morning someplace, for sure.
In Asia.
So this week I chose to use the Borderless Smith-Waite Tarot deck. I love this deck, but I haven't had it out in a long time. I've been getting things out that I haven't had in a long time, and it's reminding me who I really am and what I came here to do. So if you have some things you haven't gotten out in a while, maybe put your little hands on those, your little magical hands on them, and see where it takes you. So the reading happens in 3 parts: the group reading, the swirl, the path, and the illumination. And we are going to start out with this beautiful 10 of Cups, harmonious personal relationships, which is the happy family card, shared well-being, all those kind of things. Now, let me just say one thing because I see you and I know you. If everybody else in the family is happy and you're not happy, the family's not happy because you're part of the family. And if you're not feeling easeful and joyful and like you can depend and count on your loved ones, then the 10 of Cups is here to say, get your act together. Nobody's going to show up at the door and say, oh, here's your joyous well-being. You're going to have to stake your claim. So I want you to close your eyes right now and just set an intention for shared well-being. And shared well-being includes you. All right? Likewise, if you're one of those people who kind of practices your own well-being and doesn't share it with anybody, you might want to think about that too. Because the Chariot Reversed is next, and some of us are feeling like we're being dragged around by our lives. Hello, Ohio. I don't know who you are. Alexandra, hello, yay. Oh, Sue D said, hi, babe. Hello. Hi, Sue. So we're feeling dragged around a little bit. There's some impulsivity. There could be some reckless action. And one of the things we don't talk a lot about the Chariot Reverse is that we could get into the pitfall of putting pressure on people, places, and things at the calling of our ego, of course, or your Pinterest feed, or your Facebook friends list, or any of those kind of things. So, we can't pressure our families, our relations, our covens, our communities into being happy, joyous, and free. We just can't pressure people into it. We can maybe pray them into it. We can maybe let our joy spill over upon others, but pressuring people like, you're really being negative, you should really have a more positive attitude, that doesn't help anybody. And it makes people feel judged, which we'll also see today. We're trying too hard to attain something rather than giving attention to the daily mundane cultivation of tranquility. So don't let people fuck you up this week. Don't let people get you riled up. Go in the closet for a minute. Well, I guess I shouldn't say go in the closet. Go in the bathroom for a moment and take 10 long, deep breaths. Oh, CVS wants me to know that my prescription's in. Just a note, honey. Okay. So the cultivation of tranquility this week is for you to work on yourself and not force feed the other people in your clan. Last card in the swirl is the 7 of Swords reversed. And through some, we need to throw some appreciation on all that shit. Just like gratitude. Other people got their panties in a bunch. You can go and calm yourself down. And then don't forget to say thank you. Thank you for this tool. Thank you for this piece. Thank you for this moment to catch my breath. Gratitude is the catalyst for all that loving stuff in your emotional connections. So that teenager that's being a little creep this week, just be grateful for their little lives. Remind yourself that their prefrontal cortex is not fully formed, And then be grateful that you don't have to participate in it. You don't have to go to every fight that you're invited to, especially with a teenager. You're never going to win. Another thing about this is something is being returned to us that was taken. Could be property, could be money, could be just your own spiritual well-being and practice. But something is being returned to us this week. And we need to remember to pave the way with gratitude for it to come to us easily. Do a little prayer for yourself, do a little mantra, say some magic words every day. This is being worked out perfectly and with all highest good intended. Blessed be. Easy peasy. Easy peasy, but get your gratitude on. Maybe you want to do something a little more. Maybe you want to do a gratitude list first thing in the morning when you wake up, if anything came to you in your dreams. Maybe you want to do a gratitude list at night where you pick through your day and you refocus your spiritual lens to notice the things that you're grateful for. Next, we have the path, and it's going to start out with the 3 of Pence in reverse. We're coming out of hermiting season, and it's time for you to work on your commitments to yourself and your community. Any people, places, and things that are not working together in the same energetic vortex as your mastery, you might want to just put them on pause for a while. You might need to break up with them altogether. And of course, when we see the 3 of Pentacles, it always reminds us of our jobs, our works, our things that we do, the things we trade our time for money. And you might want to start taking a look at what you're doing for a living and if it's really satisfying you, or if you're working with quality people. The best time to look for a new job is when you've still got a job, guys. So you might want to think about that, because the next card is the Fool, the beautiful, beautiful Fool who travels light and looks to the light and is ready to jump off that ledge because they have so much faith. It's time to set our sights on a new journey, a new season, a new delight, a new hobby, a new pastime, a new relationship, a new job, a new, what else could we have new, honey? Oh, our house, a new paint job.
Paint job, new treadmill, new
Oh,
exercise.
yes. Our other New Year's resolution is the exercising one. So we bit the bullet and got a treadmill that's going to be set up this week. So we will be moving our bodies more this next year, and that is good. Your pure potential is calling. Are you listening? That's a big question this week, because the last card in the path is the King of Cups reverse. This has showed up a couple of times in the last few weeks, maybe the last month. There's a whole lot of sleazy folks and bad advice out there. There just are. They haven't had the spiritual awakening yet. They weren't taught anything. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're saying sometimes, but they'll say it loud and proud to you and me. And we've been in a constant state of lies and division for a long time now. And some of us have started to buy into it, or we buy into it occasionally. We dabble in sleazy, bad advice because we just want something to change. This has caused discord for many of us magical creatures and muggles alike. Have they made you distrust your magic, your spiritual abilities? Has anybody told you like you're not a real witch? Go on over to TikTok where witches are like, if you're not this, then you can't do this, and you can't say this, and you can't practice this, and if you don't do it this way, it won't work. And my book of shadows is universal. Witchcraft is not, got what do I want to say? It's not the Bible. It's like many individual Bibles of practice. And what works for me might not work for you. So you got to work on your own thing. You got to check out other people and hear what they have to say, and then see where your spiritual practice takes you. Are you hanging out with seriously misguided people, places, and things? That's the big question this week, because it's been messing with us for a long time. Do you have compassion fatigue? I do. I got into a tizzy fit the other day, and I'm like, well, here's the long story. Let me just tell you a longer story.
Love stories.
So we had to go virtual at school because our numbers were so high. And then we came back and we've sort of got a handle on that. And then we get an email on Friday saying there's going to be people protesting mask mandates at all of our schools, and that there will be a police presence at each of our schools. And I'm like, what the actual fuck? I'm just trying to teach third grade, for God's sakes. Like, what is going on here? And I have a little compassion fatigue for people who are spending their time making school harder for kids than, easier. Let's just make it easier. The mask mandate isn't all about COVID. I haven't had a cold this whole year. Do you know that? Like, that's awesome. Usually I get some kind of disgusting funk from those little germ pits. Let's go to the illumination. The Justice card. It's time to ask for reasonable, responsible, fair-minded guidance that's personal to you. I'm not saying don't believe what you believe. Go ahead, believe whatever you want. But get some fair-minded advice about how to act on that. For example, protesting at our schools doesn't do anything to change the mask mandate because it comes from New York State Department of Health and New York State Department of Education. So protesting at our school doesn't do anything because we can't change it. We're not the boss of it. So spend your time maybe writing letters to your representatives or talking to people in your community. Don't disrupt the school day. It's been a hard enough year as it is for kids. And all the other things. This is just my example. I would love it if you could tell me some of the examples you've had of just getting, sort of creepy advice. I don't know. You've got a story and I want to hear it. So message me or post something in Tarot for Real Life. I would love that. So who are we asking for advice? Well, we can be working with a deity, a spirit, an ancestor, a human. We can be working with nature. Who or what is calling to you from the place of justice? Who is helping to balance out the message for you and your happy family? For me, it's the grandmothers. I've been working with Bridget a little bit. Tomorrow would have been Thea's birthday, and Thea's patron deity was Bridget. And so I ended up, as her student, doing a lot of work with Bridget. And I'm feeling a real call to come back to that. Who is it for you? Who can bring justice and equanimity to your spirit this week? Talk to them. Don't, and you know what? I really want to say this. Don't just text with them if they're an actual human that's still living on Earth. Call them up on the telephone and say, I'm needing some reasonable, responsible guidance. Here's what's going on, and I want to hear what you have to say about it. And then listen. Listen deeply to understand rather than to respond. Listen deeply. A return to your authentic self will support your joyous relations. And you can do this. We can do this. I promise. Blessed be. What do you think, honey?
Sounds like it's a good day.
It's a good day. It's gonna be a good day. I'm just singing and singing. We've been listening to music. I've been cooking up a storm today. Lori Reeves says, I'm so tired of being dragged into other people's drama. I can't fix everything for everyone, and it isn't even my drama to begin with. Very uplifting listening. Well, awesome, Lori. What are you going to do different? Who are you going to ask for that sage advice this week? Definitely. Emmy says, definitely feeling the compassion fatigue. Sending you as much good energy as I can spare. Good energy is limitless. I'll extend my hands to you. My right hand sends out blessings to you, Emmy, and I receive your blessings back here. It's an endless loop. If we all remember to join energetic hands and hearts and really focus on, taking back ourselves. Oh, here's a Facebook user that's working with Kuan Yin and the Blessed Mother. These are the two I work with. Oh, it's Shanine. Hi, Shanine. Oh, Mary Jane says, blessed be. Bless you. I can't wait to see you possibly this summer when we're in Gloucester and there's no fucking snow on the ground.
Hey, honey, I know who you got to pull a card for today.
Who?
Your baby.
Baby Dee Dee?
No. Your baby.
My baby? Jeannie?
No. Devin.
Devin's not on, and she's never going to watch this. I will pull a card for Devin in private. We're not going to take up time with pulling cards for people who are never going to be here. That doesn't make me happy, honey. Remember, happy wife, happy life. Do I need to pull a card for you?
Sure.
Let me show you the decks I've got. So I have the Spellcaster's Tarot by Melanie Marcus. Scott Murphy does the illustrations in this deck. It's pretty cool. I used to use it a lot, and it just hasn't been out in a while. And then I have a deck that I've had for a while, but honest to God, I'm going to be on book with this one, the Druid Plant Oracle. I was just getting into that pre-spring, thinking about what you want to grow and seeds and, all that kind of stuff. So I got that one out, but literally for most of them, I'm going to look it up in the book and see what we get. And also I brought back Carolyn Meese's Wisdom for Healing cards. So whatever you need, you can ask for. Hold on, I need a drink of tea. I might be sneezing.
Bless you. One more. She's a triple sneezer.
Not today. Maybe in a minute. Honey, could you get me a tissue?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, Alexander said, shit, that hit the spot. Pressure. Yeah, it's like herding cats. It's just useless. Oh, and Dora said hello to you. Look
Hey,
at
Dora.
this. My tissue. I got some toilet paper here.
Pajamas.
Isn't she the cutest? She's been a nut all afternoon. I'm telling you. It's been kind of fun. I've been laughing my head off. Ugh. Yes, Alexandra, it's my own spiritual well-being and practice. Damn right it is. Hi, Anna Iva. Welcome. Sue DeNapoli says new students. Yes. Vivek Saha. Hello, may I have a reading, please? Well, sure. I'll just pull one from this deck I haven't had out in a while and don't know very well. The Druid Plant Oracle. And we'll see what you get. Vivek. Agrimony is the plant. And I'm definitely going to have to look that one up. But here, aren't the illustrations just gorgeous in this deck? I love the border. So I'm going to look it up and we're going to talk about it. We will talk about it. 12.
Who's this card for?
Vivek.
Okay.
So upright, which it was, it's purification, it's liberation, preparation for new beginnings. Seriously, I shit you not. Where does it say? Preparation for new beginnings. And agrimony is a perennial of grassy places native through most of the British Isles in Europe, introduced in America, growing up to 90 centimeters, 3 feet tall. It has starry yellow flowers that are apricot scented and turn into rust red bird fruits. Its leaves, fragrant when crushed, have small toothed leaflets between pairs of larger ones. The upright meaning here says one of the Gaelic names for agrimony is mull druid bean, which has been interpreted as sorrow of the Druids. However, a more complete interpretation would explain that it's a dispeller of sorrow used by the Druids. So what I'm hearing for you, Vivek, is that there needs to be some magical movement around healing your sorrow. If you have been sad and heavy for a long time, I want you to think of some new things that you can do to address it. Now, some of us address it through yoga. Some of us get on a goddamn treadmill and move our bodies. Some of us go outside and breathe fresh air. Some of us use medication to lift deep sorrow, and that's okay. Some of us work on things herbally. Some of us just allow ourselves to grieve for a while and know that we're moving through it. Resistance equals persistence. So I want you to work on healing the sore and agitated places in yourself this week, Vivek. All right.
Jessica Bauer.
Jessica Bauer, did she say something? Did she ask something?
She loved today's reading and she could always use a card.
Awesome. Jessica, I'm going to pull from the Spellcaster's Tarot, which is pretty much aligned with the traditional, but it's got way cooler witchy vibes. Oh, there it is. Nope. There it is. So I have the Eight of Cups for you. Now, you know that I call the Eight of Cups the sad goodbye card. And remember back here when we were talking about these people who are just not doing it for you anymore and kind of, bad advice, folks, that kind of thing. Some of them you might really like, even love, but you need to spend less time with them. I'm not hearing that you need to completely turn your back and walk away, as the traditional deck would show. This is showing more of a ritualistic approach. Could be a cutting cords thing. Could be a releasing of somebody who hurt you. It could be forgiveness for yourself and others. But I think that that's the thing for you. We need to collectively sort of support you in being able to walk away from what no longer serves you. And that's what I've got for you, my sweetheart.
Alrighty.
Who's
How
next, honey
about-
buns?
How about Jill Peters Daigle?
Jill Peters Daigle. Does she have a question?
Yes, I'd love a Druid card. That looks like a great deck. Also, herd of cats. My thoughts exactly.
Yeah, I've heard of herding snakes too. I think that one's funny. Like trying to do that. That's gotta be crazy. Okay. Whoa. Look at this. It's a blank card. And what I'm getting for you, you're going to be so disappointed, I feel, Jill. But what I'm getting here for you is it's a blank slate for you with the plant magic. And that there is a plant that you are called to already. It's one of your favorites. It makes you feel good. It enhances your well being. But it's been missing from your practice for a while. And you can take a picture of the blank card and write in your plant. What is the one? I'm hearing something like something that your mother grew, or maybe an auntie, something like that, that you've grown up with, that you've embraced for a long time. And it could be as humble as a dandelion for sure. Or it could be as complicated as an orchid. Whatever calls to you right now, you need to work with that plant. I feel like I'm letting you down here, Jill. So let me just pull a wisdom for healing card. But don't ignore what I just said, because that's the real message. This is my guilt message for you. Oh. Examine your personal interactions. That would be a great thing to do. Remember, we don't want to get dragged around. Today's lesson: determine whether you're someone who's always giving to others, but who feels unnoticed or unappreciated. If this applies to you, it may be because you have a private agenda to seek love that's built into your motivation to be of service. Your goal to examine whether your intentions with others leave you feeling empowered or disempowered. Okay? Check your intentions, girl. Examine your personal interactions.
Don't you know?
Yeah, but don't let anybody fuck with you, for sure.
How about Lori Reeves?
Lori Reeves,
She
yes.
asks, would love a card on my health. Was recently diagnosed with porphyria, and hereditary hemochromatosis.
Wow.
Major acceptance, as I have to eliminate the sun out of my life. Wow.
Yeah, okay, so that's hard.
Wow.
That's hard, but moonlight feels right. I'm going to pull from the Spellcaster's deck. And we're just waiting for it. Hands on your heart, hands in prayer. The Lover's card. And we know that the Lover's card, at its essential essence, is about choices and what you're attracted to. I like that they're standing there in twilight. and that the love that joins them is really looking much more like starlight to me than sunlight. Um, and they're joined together in healing. They're joined together in this is like the two magnets that can't, that are attracted. They cannot stay away from each other. And this to me is about you and your new life choices, because we all know you have free will. You know, you can do whatever you want, but you're being told that your body requires less sunlight, more moonlight, because there's no way you can completely stay out of the sun, just like there's no way you can completely stay out of the moon. So I want you to think about these choices not as restrictions, but as opportunities to heal your body, which I'm hearing that you seriously want to do. So make loving choices for your own health and well-being. That's what I've got for you, sweetheart. I love you. Who else?
Chloe Plasma said she could always take a card, dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. It's going to be, what is it? Texas Throwdown Poker or something? I'm staying with the Spellcasters deck. I really am. I have not had this out in a long time. Okay, don't let the picture freak you out, because it's judgment. Okay, and it doesn't look good. Some of the cards in this deck are rather dark, but you can see the wanded hand lifting you up out of your judgmental misery that feels like you're being cooked in a pot, and lifts you up into the next realm. So I'm really getting a sense of leveling up, really being in tune with that hand that's there to help you step more deeply into your calling. And everybody else doesn't know this, but I know this because, like, I love your art and I follow you all the time. But you have been doing some big growth around your craft, I feel. And I really see this as a leveling up period for you, out of the frying pan and into the light, into the higher echelons of your gift, is what I'm hearing for you. I love this for you. Look at that little tiny crescent moon. That's where we are right now. We're in the balsamic moon, by the way, so it's okay to take a little extra rest, to do a little clearing, a little cleansing. Maybe you want to take a sacred bath or a shower with some salt scrub. All the kinds of self-care lovingness. Now's the time before the new moon when we're going to launch those intentions. Jessica Bauer says, damn, hit that on the nail on the head more than you realize. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My tarot reading with you almost 3 years ago is what began my journey into finding myself and feeling confident in my journey and with my practice. I am so blessed to hear that. So thank you for the lead in, Jessica, but I do private readings for people. I do a half-hour reading for $60, and I do an hour-long tarot therapy session with Reiki for $110. So just message me and book your reading. I am only reading on Saturdays right now while I'm teaching school. So my calendar gets a little backed up, but I'll make space for you, I promise. All right. Chloe says, Texas Throwdown Poker after a long day of herding cats is goals. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, Samaj says he hears it's honeysuckle. Samaj, I want to pull a card for you. Is there a deck that you'd like? I haven't seen you in so long and I miss you, my dear brother. Yeah, he said, welcome back, Amy. We missed your energy. Because last week you bagged on me. No, she was doing stuff. I'm just being a pill. I'm looking back through the feed just to see if I see. Somebody on Facebook said, bless you too. Blessings to you. Some days we just need more blessings. Yeah, all days. More blessings, please. All days, always. Ooh, Sue DiNapoli says, I'm tired of administrators that have not entered a classroom in the past, 3 years. And I'm tired of students who really don't give a crap whether they're learning or not. Well, yes.
Yeah, it's been like
I can understand that.
2.5, almost 3 year snow day.
Yeah, not even a good snow day either. I actually am really lucky. My school superintendent is fabulous, and we have a new interim principal at my school. I wish she would stay forever. I just love her and how the feel of the school is since she's been there. So I am gonna pull a card for Sue. Let's pull from the Druid deck for you. I know you like flowery things. Mint. Mint wakes you up. Look at those beautiful blooms, those leaves that you could clip right down, make yourself some sweet tea. Oh, I love it. Let's see what the book has to say, Sue. Mint, mint, mint. Can I just tell you, just deck toury sort of thing? I love it that all of these are in alphabetical order so that so that my Virgo sun feels tended to and so that I can easily find the page I'm looking for. Mint, upright, clarity, concentration, and renewal. Mint is an aromatic perennial herb growing to about 4 feet tall, found throughout the Northern Hemisphere and Australia. There are now at least 25 species and more than 600 varieties. The upright meaning, mint was traditionally used to aid concentration and digestion. Today, we often need to process a vast amount of information, and our concentration is challenged by 1,000 different distractions and all those annoying people at school. Choosing this card may indicate that you're entering a period when you need to focus carefully on your work or what is currently happening in your life. It could be that a renewal or freshness will appear in a relationship or a project that you hadn't expected. And to profit from this, you will need to be attentive. You're going to have to notice that it's happening. And I know that your school is a shit show right now. I know that to be true. We live in the same area. But don't let it distract you from the harmonious connections that feed you. And keep your sights out for the joyous and the harmonious rather than allowing yourself to be smacked around by the douchebags, okay? That's what I have for you, my sweetheart.
How about a card for Erica Bliss?
Erica Bliss, yes. Did she want a deck or?
No.
Nope.
Didn't mention
Okay.
it, so dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. I'm kind of feeling the wisdom for healing. I'm a poet and didn't know it. Oh, there it is, right there. What I have for you is transform worrisome thoughts. Real challenge these days, right? Today's lesson: be aware of anything you're worrying about. What do you do when you're worried? How much power do you lose? And from what part of your body? Your goal to observe how much worrying affects your health and to counter the stress of this emotion with prayer and positive action. So I don't have anything to add to that. You know, worrying is like praying for things that you don't want. And I have dipped my toes in that stream quite often lately over the past few years. And I know for myself that when I do the things that help bring my worries and anxiety level down, I feel better. But I actually have to do those things. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Like sitting around and complaining to Amy about everything I'm worried about, that never helps me feel better. It might help me feel like I've emptied my cup, but then I have to do the things to sort of transmute the worries. For example, I was having nightmares for like 2 weeks, right, honey? She checked out. Um, I was having nightmares for like 2 weeks, really troubling, upsetting me, keeping me awake. I had to go to work one day when I'd been up since 3 in the morning. That was that was a good day. uh, but so I did some magic yesterday. I made a crystal grid. I think I posted it in Tarot for Real Life. But last night I had no nightmares and I got more hours of sleep than I've gotten in the last 2 weeks. So do some magic. Do some magic to counter any kind of worries you got going on right now. Do we have one more, hon?
I'm on Facebook. I can't see anybody on YouTube.
Oh, yeah,
All
yeah.
see
I
is
don't see
Facebook.
anybody on you. Oh, no, Samaj is on YouTube. Hey, guys, as far as next week, we will not be streaming on YouTube next week because we can't figure out how to do both of us together on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So we might be old school next week. Da, 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 da. Did we pull for Lori Reeves?
I believe so.
Oh, we did. Okay. Chloe says, as always, you see more than even I do. You're absolutely right. I'm shedding my skin and doing course correction and how I express myself and divinity through art. You sure have. And guys, if you haven't checked out Chloe Plasma's Facebook page, you should. She's doing some incredible intuitive artwork. She's amazing. I love her. I love her art and I love her heart. Okay, well, I guess that's it. We're going to wrap it up. Next week, 11 a.m., we will be posting something pretty because Liza does the graphic design and she's so good at it. But we'll let you know how it's going to go. I'm pretty excited. So, blessings, connection, holding your energetic hands through this week. Remember, harmony is yours for the asking. Even if you feel a little beat up by life lately, you are going to be restored. Opportunities for restoration and reviving are there for you. Those people who are not working well with you or you're not feeling good about working with or cause you to take shortcuts and skip steps because you can't be around them that much. They need to get a little pause. And you need to step into the new energy, into the new everything, all the new things. Watch out for those sleaze bags with their bad advice. You need to ask somebody who is responsible, respectable, and who has a balanced approach to the question. All that's for you this week. Mwah! I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. We'll see ya. Bye. Say bye, honey.
Bye, honey.